I'm seeing 20/20 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Coach, playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Miami Dolphins. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, boys, bring it up! Check out! Wide, 9 men! Let's go, T! Tom Rice.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Oh, here we go.
Off of play action, Luck. He'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
A gain of 26 yards.
So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Hines. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
36.
This is Hines. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Going jet sweep. Here's Campbell. And some room to run now. 23 yards, the final tally.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Check the hot read. Check 43.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Ballage. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Alert! Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It was Matthew Adams who got him down on the defensive side. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
You draw quarters. Hey, Haywood. Watch the run. 26, Mike. 26.
The play fake to Ballage. Now Rosen. He sets to fire deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 58 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 4.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go.
Throwing is Locke. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. And even 40 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Back to you. I'm going 11. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Switch. Back.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 24, Luck. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, here's Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
58, right over there. Topper!
They'll run here with Balaj. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's good for Dolphins.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
52 right here. Hey, echo. Let's put that.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
That QB's trash. Let's go.
Back to the air, Rosen after the pick six. And he finds Parker here, complete. The end result, 21 yards.
Let's go.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Set. 180. Come on, man, Monday. 80.
Balaj. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
180. Bang, 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 bang. Hug. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Right here. He's checking. One down. Crash.
Rosen just getting the snap off at one. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Let's go, boy.
So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
They run it with Balaj. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
General West.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Gets this one to Hill. The 20. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. 58, boy.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. A give running right, Drake. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now fourth down and goal. Sanders' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On 2nd and 9, Luck. And that is incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. And he connects with Ebron. The 40, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric. Ebron, 77 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Box drop. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, D.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Where's that? 52's the mic.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
52's the mic right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Rosen to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Tight dog. On them, 22 jet bomber.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Mike 55.
Bravo.
Hey, eat.
I'm here all day. 55's my guy. What do you got?
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, it's Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Come on. You better bring it.
Slam.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
It's 2nd and inches at the 3-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
Check 26.
Check
6-6. Pull it high.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
You better be afraid of me.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. On third down, Rosen. Going deep here for Parker. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This is taken at about the 14. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Strip that ball.
On 2nd and 9, Luck. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Monday.
53, Mike. Pick it up, guys, pick it up.
Monday. Pro team.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Miami. 49 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Hey, alert.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen forced out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. They go play action. It's Rosen. He's going to look deep down the field. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that'll make this an 8-point game. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be...
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Balaj. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
29. Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
On 1st down, Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hey, Orbit.
Rosen off the play action. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rosen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 32-yard line. Rosen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The tackle there by George Odom. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Rosen now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Quincy Wilson in on the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
3, 218, chopper.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point up and good by Sanders, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Luck in the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. You don't know no better.
Out of the gun, Luck. And he's got his man, Hilton. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Watch the eye. Check 12.
Luck going to try to run the option left. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A throw by Luck complete to his tight end, Ebron. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. To protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now a give, right side. It's Hines. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner,